Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudoku and Puzzles. Myself Ashish, and today I'll be covering a Sudoku variant called Paint by Numbers Sudoku. So this Sudoku was constructed by Helen, and this Sudoku was featured on Logic Masters Germany website and got a very good rate. Excuse me, and got a very good rating on the site. So I thought of making a video on this one. So it has some good number of rules in it, quite simple rules. It's kind of a hybrid variant, and according to the rules of this Sudoku, you need to place numbers from 1 to 9 in each row, each column, and 3 into 3 box. That is what is classic rules. And there are some cages in the grid, right? You can see there are some 5 cages in the grid. Those act as a extra region constraint, which means that all the cages are 9 cell long. I would say exactly 9 cells region, and won't have digits, will have digits from 1 to 9 exactly once, so there won't be any repetition in the cage, right? And there are some thermocells in the grid. So thermocells means that numbers will have to increase from the bulb to the end of the flat end of the thermo, right? So numbers will have to be increasing from this end to this end, so 1 2 4 or 1 7 8, something like that. And the last rule is the anti-night rule, which means that whatever digit you have here, that same digit won't be at the night step, right? You won't have that digit even at the night step. So that means that whatever digit you have here, that digit won't appear in these 8 cells. That is the night step. Night step is nothing but going two cells forward and 1 cell in the perpendicular direction, right? So 2 cells forward and 1 cell in the perpendicular direction in any way, this way or that way, and those cells won't have the same digit as of the night step, right? So with that, we'll start this Sudoku. I was quite surprised by seeing the design of this Sudoku, because you know that anti-night won't give you any digits, extra region won't give you any digits, and neither the normal classic rules, because there is no digit given here in this Sudoku. So only the thermo cells will give you digits from 1 to 9, and there are exactly 4 thermos which are 3 cells long. So the probability is very less, right? So I was quite surprised by this constraint, so I thought of making a video on this one, and let's see how our expectations go. So with that, we'll start solving this Sudoku. The first thing that you need to do in this variant is mark the places which will have the same digits, right? So for example, let me say you that how will that go is whatever digit you have here, let us assume let us not see that, let us see in the other way, is whatever digit you have here. Of course, those digits won't be in these 6 cells, because it is the extra region constraint. This whole cage is one extra region, right? Which means that whatever digits you have in these 2 cells won't be in this cell, right? Of course, these 3 cells will have to be in these 3 cells, right? These 3 digits and these 3 digits will have to be same, right? Which means that whatever digits you have in these 2 cells won't be in this cell, which means that these 2 cells will have to be same, right? Exactly, right? So that is the thing that we have to do in this Sudoku. Just mark the cells which have to be same. So let us see. I'll mark those with the numbers, because colors at one point of time, the colors might confuse you, because there will be too many colors here. So yeah, so whatever digit you have here will have to be here, and now these 2 digits are same, right? And which means that whatever digit you have in these 2 cells will have to be here, because it cannot be in these 2 cells, as you have the same digit already in that cage, right? So you cannot have same digits in the cages, right? Digits cannot repeat in the cages. So there are exactly 9 cell cage, and the digits will have to be 1 to 9. So whatever you have here will be here, and that indeed will give you here, right? And which means that A, so whatever is the A digit won't be in these 3 cells, won't be in these 3 cells, because you already have A in that cage, won't be here because of the night step, anti-night rule, which means that those 2 digits will have to be here. Excellent, right? Okay, this seems to be a good one. And okay, so if you see here, whatever digit you have here, let me mark that here. Whatever digit you have here cannot be in these 2 cells, of course, cannot be in these 5 cells as well. So that digit will have to be here. And same way, where can you have A in this box? A here and here will give you A in one of these three cells, but A is already there in this cage. So A cannot be here, which means that A has to be in one of these two cells. So you have an AB pair here now. Right, whatever digit you have in the B will have to be in one of these two cells. Whatever digit you have in the A will have to be in one of these two cells. Right, excellent. So we have done till this, and okay. So in this box now, B has to be in one of these two cells. Cannot be here, cannot be in these two cells as well, in these three cells as well, and cannot be here because of the night step rule. So we'll have to be in one of these two cells. Excellent. And does that give us anything? Nothing much. So let's see if we get anything else. Okay. So which means that, as you can see, this cage has 5 cells in this column, and 4 cells are outside this column, and out of which 2 cells are already fulfilled in this column, which means that the remaining 2 cells, these 2 cells will have to be in one of these 2 cells, right? Of course. So whatever digit you have here will have to be in one of these 2 cells, and whatever digit you have here will have to be in one of these 2 cells. Let us mark that as C. So whatever digit you have here will have to be in one of these 2 cells, and it cannot be here, of course, because night step. As you know that same digit cannot be in the night step away, which means the same digit will have to be here, and whatever digit you have here cannot be in these 5 cells, so which will have to be here. Superb. Excellent, right? And we are getting a few digits here. Seems to be a very good one. And okay, I can see something here. We are getting a few digits. Superb. Excellent, excellent. Now if you see the D here, where can you have D in box 6? You cannot have in these 3 cells, you cannot have in these 3 cells, and because of the D here you cannot have a D here, and because of the D here you cannot have a D here because of the night step thing, which means that D will have to be here and this will have to be a B, and this B will give you an A here and a B here, because you cannot have same digits again at the night step, and this A will eliminate A from here and gives you an A here. That is an excellent start, friends. That is an excellent start. We haven't placed any digits yet, but we have just placed the same digits that will appear in the boxes, different boxes. So A has to be all the same digits, right? Superb. And with that we'll continue this Sudoku. I'm really enjoying it. Even we have not started this Sudoku yet much. We have not placed any digits, but I'm really enjoying this Sudoku. We are just placing the same digits here, right? Nothing else. We have not placed even a single number here. And if you can see, the A in box 5 cannot be in these 3 cells because of the anti-night step. So whenever you have an A here, all these 3 cells won't have the A. All these 3 cells won't have the A because of the A here. You cannot have an A here, which means that A will have to be in one of these 2 cells in this box. And in box 7, 8, I would say, box 8, A has to be in one of these 2 cells. Just the classic rules, right? Nothing much here. And does that give us anything? Nothing much. Oh, I get something here, guys. I can see here something. That's an excellent. I will just show with the color here. Whatever digit you have here in this box cannot be in the cages because you already have that digit in the cage here, which means it cannot be in these 2 cells as well because of the classic rule and the anti-night rule, which means it has to be here. Superb, right? So whatever digit you have here will have to be here, and which means that you cannot have an A here, because if you have an A here, the same A will have to be here, and which means the A has to be here. Sorry, A has to be here, right? And you already, now that you have got a A in this cage, you cannot have an A here, which means A has to be here. Superb. And which means that A in box 4 has only one place to go. Because of the 2 A's here, you cannot have A in any of these 6 cells. You cannot have an A here, and you cannot have an A here as well because of the anti-night rule, which means A has to be here, and that gives you an A in this box. So we have already placed all the A's here. Superb. So let us mark that with one of the colors here. All these colors will have the same digits, and I will remove the A here, right? So we have already placed all the color digits here, A digits, and all the brown colors will have to be same digits, right? Superb. So that's great here. Okay, or maybe let us just continue with the A, because that might confuse us a bit. So okay, I'll just remove the colors here. Maybe we'll put the colors at the end when we have all the letters placed here, all the alphabet placed here. Okay, and let's see now. I'll just mark that here whatever we had here will have to be here, right? And okay, superb. I get something very good, friends. I get something very good. This thing has helped us. So whatever you have here will have to be here, and that digit cannot be A, of course, and that digit cannot be C as well, because it is seeing at the night step. So this color cannot be C. So whatever you have here will have to be here and will have to be here, because that color cannot be A and cannot be C as well, and that color cannot be B and cannot be D as well, right? Because of the night step away, the anti-night rule, which means that we got a new number here. Let us mark that with the E. So whatever you have here will have to be here and will have to be here. That is the E here. Excellent. I am really enjoying this Sudoku, guys. I am really enjoying this Sudoku. Now if you see here, we get something here very good. So as you can see, all the three letters A, B, A, E and C cannot be in these 6 cells, and we know that it has to be in the cage. So this cage comprises of 9 cells, out of which 6 cells are eliminated of these letters here, A, E and C, which means that E and C will have to be in one of these 2 cells, right, to be in this region, right? As we have already seen, both of these cells will have to be in one of these 2 cells, and these 2 cells will have to be E and C, and E cannot be here, which means this has to be C and this has to be E. Superb. And that gives you an E here in this box, and E here and E here will gives you an E in this box, and that gives you an E in this box. Oh, because of the E here and E here, and that gives you an E in this box again, because E cannot be in these 2 cells. E cannot be here, E cannot be here because of the anti-night rule, and E cannot be here because of the E here, and E has to be here. Superb. So I think so we are getting all the E's here, and this E and this E will give you an E here because of the E here, and that gives you an E here. We have marked all the E's here. Superb. That is superb here. That is excellent. And does that give us anything now? Okay. Okay, and I am able to see something here, something different is whatever digit you have here, so it is inside the cage, right? Which means the digit will have to be outside the cage, because there is only the cage is going through these 2 boxes, right? So whatever you have here cannot be inside this cage and will have to be outside the cage, these 3 cells, of course, and that cannot be E, because we have already marked the E here, and whatever you have here cannot be here as well because of the anti-night rule, which means that whatever you have here will have to be here, and it cannot be A and E, because these 2 letters are seeing these 2 digits, and which means that those 2 digits will have to be somewhere in these 3 cells. So whatever you have here will have to be here and will have to be in one of these 3 cells, excluding A and E, because it cannot be A and E, which means it has to be C. Superb. So which means that these 2 colors will have to be C, right? And that has given us something now. And C in this box will have to be in one of these 2 cells, which means C here will have to be in one of these 2 cells in this box, right? Because C being in one of these 2 cells and C being here, C will have to be in one of these 2 cells. And again C cannot be here, C cannot be here, C cannot be here, and C will have to be in one of these 3 cells in this box. Because of the anti-night rule, C cannot be in these 2 cells, C cannot be here, C cannot be here. So C will have to be in these three cells. And if you see this region now, this extra region, there has to be a C in it, which means you can eliminate C from here. So if you have a C here, this region doesn't have a C anywhere. So we can eliminate that, and that was helpful. Yeah, that was helpful, right? And so whatever you have here now will have to be here, and will have to be in one of these three cells, so which will have to be in one of these two cells, right? Nothing much. Okay, I get something here, friends. I get something here, and this seems to be excellent. That is really excellent. So whatever I have here will have to be here, right? Because of the extra region constraint, right? So whatever I have here will have to be here, and will have to be in one of these three cells. Because of the anti-night rule, we eliminate that digit from these two cells, and this digit cannot be A, it cannot be B as well, it cannot be E as well, and it can be D, right? Yeah, it cannot be D as well. So which means that these four possibilities are eliminated, and that digit cannot be in these two cells as well, right? Which means that, let us mark that with a different number now. Letter here, F. So whatever you have here will have to be here, and will have to be in one of these three cells, and a F here and an F here can give you an F in one of these two cells, right? And why that is helping here is, and that F will have to be in one of these three cells. And why this is helping here, because now whatever you have here, where can you have that in this column? In column 9. Of course you cannot have here, it has to be in one of these three cells, right? Whatever you have here will have to be in one of these three cells. And of course, because of this F here, both of these cells are eliminated, which means F has to be here. Superb. Which means F has to be here, and that eliminates F from these two cells because of the anti-night rule, and F has to be in one of these two cells, and that eliminates F from here. Superb. So that eliminates F from these two cells, and F cannot be here as well, right? And these two cells as well, because that will eliminate F from both of these cells. Anti-night basic trick of anti-night is, whenever you have one of the possibilities in these adjacent two cells leaving one of the row or column, the other two adjacent cells won't have the same letter or same digit. So you can eliminate F from these. Let me mark that. It's a really complicated one. You eliminate F from here, these two cells. You eliminate F from these two cells as well, and F has to be in one of these two cells, right? And okay, nothing much here. Okay, so F has to be in one of these two cells, right? Let us mark that here. But as you can see, superb, F is already in this cage. So this cage already has an F here. We have marked with that with a C5 pair, CF pair, which means F cannot be here. F cannot be here. So which means that F has to be here. That gives an F here. That gives an F here because of the anti-night rule. That gives you a C here, and that eliminates C from here and gives you a C here. And this F will give you an F in one of these two cells, right? Right, and F has to be in one of these two cells. Superb. Because F cannot be in the cannot be here because of the anti-night rule. So F has to be in one of these two cells, and we'll eliminate the colors here. Superb. So we got the C's as well. I think so. That gives you a C in box 9. A C here and a C here will give you a C in box 9, and that gives you F here. That gives you an F here, and that gives you an F in this cell. So I think so we have marked all the A's, all the E, all the F, and all the C's, right? The C will have to be here. Superb. I'm really enjoying this. I can't say how much I'm enjoying this Sudoku, friends. I really can't say that. This is really an excellent Sudoku. We haven't placed even a single digit here. You can just imagine, we haven't placed a single digit in 20 minutes, but still we are progressing very good. Superb. And now that let us see what we get here. uh, this seems to be an excellent one, really excellent one. Okay, now let's see if we get anything else here. And whatever we have here will have to be here. Okay, whatever we have here will have to be in one of these two cells. And do we get anything here? So let's see, whatever you have here cannot be in these four cells, right? Because of the anti-night rule and classic rule, that has to be here. And that digit will have to be here because we eliminate these two from the anti-night step, and that will be in one of these two cells, so which means cannot be here and will have to be in one of these two cells. And okay, it cannot, okay, it can be here as well, so cannot be, it has to be in one of these two cells, and it has to be in one of these two cells, and it has to be here. Okay, that is really a narrow logic, friends. I'm not sure if that was the intended solve path, but I can see something here is, let us mark that with the different alphabet here, because of course whatever you have here will have to be here, and that digit will have to be here, right? That alphabet, because that eliminates from both of these two cases, and that will have to be in one of these two cells, right? Because of the G here, and that will have to be in one of these two cells. So you eliminate a G from here because of the anti-night rule. So whatever you have here eliminates from both of these two cells, so you cannot have that G here, and the G here will eliminate G from these three cells. So this extra region will have to have a G and can only be in one of these two cells, right? So you already have you need to have a G in one of the extra regions, right? In any of the extra regions, it cannot be in these two cells, right? It cannot be in these two cells as well, which means the only remaining cell is these two cells, right? And G here and G here will have to have a G in one of these three cells, right? Okay, and that will have to have in one of these four cells. So whatever you have in these two cells, G, that will again appear in these two cells. So if you have G in one of these two cells, because of the extra region constraint, will again have in one of these two cells. So that is not possible. We can eliminate these two cells, and I think so we have missed something, or I'm not getting here much. Okay, so that is not helping much here. I think so that is not helping much here. I thought we are getting something here, and but we can mark one thing here is D has to be here in this box, in this cell, which means that that D will have to be in one of these two cells, right? And that means that D will have to be in one of these two cells, and that D will have to be in one of these three cells, right? And again, so D cannot be here. So again, so wherever you already have a D in one of these two cells because it is in an extra region, so which means that D will have to be in one of these two cells, right? And that means that if you have a D here, we'll have to have a here. So nothing much here. Okay. So let us not see the D now. Okay, D is not much helping here. G will have to be in one of these two cells. Okay, so I get something here again. So because of the G here in one of these two cells and G one of these two cells, this row will have G in only one of these cells, right? G can only be here, right? Because of the G here, G cannot be here, and this row has only one way to for the G to go. Okay, so there are only two alphabets remaining. H will have to be here, that will have to be here, and that cannot be in one of these three cells, so that will have to be in one of these two cells, right? And that cannot be here, that cannot be in these two cells, so that has to be in one of these two cells, H. And that cannot be here as well, H cannot be here, and H cannot be here, H cannot be here, so H has to be here, right? Because of the anti-night rule, H cannot be here, and because H being in one of these two cells, H cannot be here, so H has to be here, and that eliminates H from here, so H has to be here. Super, we are getting the other digit here, and that eliminates H from these two cells, so H has to be in one of the extra region constraint, right? So H cannot be in these two cells, and this extra region has three cells remaining, and because of the H here cannot have an H in one of these two cells, so H has to be here. That gives you a G here, that gives you a G here and a G here. That means this has to be H and this has to be a G, right? Superb. And this G gives you a G in one of these cells, and that gives you an H here. So I think so we have marked all the G's here, and that gives you a G here, and this H, we have marked all the G's and H. Superb. And yeah, we have marked all the G's and H, and the last alphabet is I, that will have to be here, that will have to be here, and that will have to be in one of these two cells, and this has to be D now. No, okay, D has to be in one of these two cells. Okay, right? So we can eliminate G from here, so D has to be in one of these two cells, and I also has to be in one of these two cells, right? So which means that this has to be B, and that B gives you a B here, because of B cannot be here, B cannot be in one of these two cells, right? And that gives you a B here, and that gives you a B here and here, and that eliminates B from here, B from here, so this has to be B, this has to be D, and that gives you a D here, a D here, a D here, and an I here, and that gives you a D here and an I here, and this has to be an I now, and that gives you an I here and an H here. Superb. And that gives you an I here and an I here. Friends, I really can't express how I am feeling now. This is an excellent Sudoku. I really thank Helen for such a great Sudoku. We have completed this Sudoku, but still it is incomplete because we haven't placed even a single digit here. We have just placed all the possible places of same digits in the whole grid. Wherever the digits are placed will be same in the whole grid. We have just marked that, and it's already 28 minutes of the video, and we haven't placed even a single digit, but we have completed this Sudoku. I will say you how, and this is the best moment of the Sudoku. This is the best moment. I will say you why. Because just a second. Okay, I will say you why. Now if you see the thermo constraints, let me just see that HIG, GIC, CDF, FEA, and that gives you a excellent break-in. Now if you see, it starts from this cell. If you see, H is smaller than B, which is smaller than G. Again G is smaller than I, which is smaller than C. Again C is smaller than D, which is smaller than F. And again F is smaller than E, which is smaller than A. Which means that we have exactly 9 digits that are continuously increasing. H, then B, then G, then I, then C, D, F, E, A. So we have exactly 9 letters used here, and they are increasing consistently by one because you have exactly 9 alphabets, and when they are increasing in order, they usually will have to be from 1 to 9. You cannot have a difference of 2 in between, because that will take you the ninth digit as the number 10, which means that H will have to be 1. All the H here will have to be 1, and B will have to be 2. So the moment you place the first digit, you have completed this Sudoku. B will have to be 2, and G will have to be 3. Right? G will have to be 3. So we have done G with the 3. Now if you see, after the 3, there comes the I, which has to be 4. So I is a 4 here. So we have I as the 4 here, and C as the 5. C is 5 here. Super friends, that is excellent. And that gives you as D as 6. Because of the 5 here, D will have to be 6. And D is 6 here. I cannot say how I am satisfied solving this Sudoku, guys. I am so much satisfied. Which means that F has to be 7. F has to be 7. And that means after the 7 we have E, which has to be 8. And E is nothing but an 8. Right? And at last we get A as 9. So we have marked the 9 as well. And hi friends, with that we have completed this gorgeous, excellent, and I cannot express how I have enjoyed this Sudoku. What a way the Sudoku has been designed, you can see. So the moment you place one digit in this Sudoku, you have completed this Sudoku. Just one digit, I would say. Just placing the 1 or the 9 from the start or the end, you knew all what are the digits, and that you have completed this Sudoku. Or I can even say that without placing even a single digit, you have completed this Sudoku, because you have placed all the alphabets here and you know what the alphabets are, what the letters indicate. I am really satisfied and happy solving this Sudoku, covering this Sudoku. This is an excellent Sudoku, one of the best I have ever solved. See the way the thermo have been placed in such a way that we'll get all the digits from 1 to 9. Excellent Sudoku. How the extra region constraint, the anti-night constraint, both of the mixture of both of these have helped us to just place the digits easily. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have you got the logical path of solving this video. Do like and comment if you want us to solve any other Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre. And I really look forward to subscribing to this channel, and really happy covering this Sudoku here. Thanks a lot, and subscribe to the channel here.